Hi, Shelley here. I'm playing in my art journal today and I want to see what happens when I mix acrylic inks with alcohol. I hope that you enjoy this video, that it'll inspire you to break out your art supplies, go through your stash, and get creating. So let's get started. Okay. Sorry about that noise, but it's a cat toy that I'm using for new puppies. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do to start is take my yellow and I think I'm just going to start off by doing some background with my brayer. Oh, I think I am. Maybe this isn't a good idea. And I'm working on a 16 by 20 piece of glass that I took out of a well, I use the frame just with one of my canvases, so I have the leftover glass, so that's all this is. Little bit of navy. And I've got these little brayers I've had for years. Very cheap. I hang up and use them for my art in the future. This one's almost dry. I'm going to help it out just a little bit to see what will happen. In fact, maybe what we'll do is I keep this little thing full of deli paper here and some tea bag holders that I have never used. And some tea bags in there that I think I'm going to use one of these days, but we'll see. Anyways, I've just got some little pieces, so we'll try it on one of these first to see if my idea is going to work. I'm just going to put out a little bit of the violet. And the phthalo blue. Move it around a little bit, then I'm going to spray it with alcohol. Ooh, very cool. Okay, so now let's try, let's do some of the phthalo blue. Alcohol. Now on our yellow background. Ooh, very nice. What would happen if I put a stencil down and then the yellow? Oh. I don't know how much. We're going to get a little bit of transfer through, but yeah, it didn't get a whole lot. But a little bit. Now can we Do this, or is it too dry? Well, it looks like we're gonna get something. Nice, not in your face. I don't think I can activate this again, but I gotta try it. Just to see. Ooh, maybe you can. That's interesting. Ooh, okay, very cool. The same colors again. So I am not going to clean my glass. Just gonna see what happens. Maybe I'll regret it. Paper's over here ready to go. Alcohol dries so quickly. Yeah, not very much. Turn it over. Didn't get as much as on that one. More alcohol. I don't think I'm going to get much. Interesting. See if we can see if I can salvage it. If I can't, no big deal. Just experimenting. I like this one, but it's a little dark. So I want to see if I can jazz it up a little bit with some bright yellow. And some of my lighter green. Okay, I think I can use it like that. It up quite a bit. Ooh, better. Okay, a little much. All right, my papers turned out interesting. I love the textures and some of the things. I'm not thrilled with some of my color choices, but that happens sometimes. These will be, I'll add more to them later down the road. But I was thinking that some of these that have nice color to them, I would add just a little something on there. And I think for a couple of them, I will do some of my magenta and barn red mix. Start out with this stencil. Maybe I should go with my bigger, my Amazon flip-flop foam. for a little more area, make it go a little bit faster. Pretty. Now see, like this one I didn't love, but now that it's a background, I like it much better. That's last two. I kind of dig this like it is. So I think I'm going to leave this one alone. This one I am not in love with. I wish that this came out way more red than I wanted. I'm not sure what happened with my camera or with my app that I use on my phone, but it just was doing this thing, as you've already seen. So it completely went crazy on my third clip, which was me doing this background. And it was a simple background. I wanted it to be very simple because all the color is here. But I just wanted to tell you really quick, I painted the whole background with my off-white and just a little bit of khaki here and there. And then I dried that with my heat tool. Then I came back in with my texture paste, which is, I buy this at Walmart. I love this because on a thin coat like this, it dries within 20 minutes and I could be painting again. So that is my modeling paste. Been using it for years. Don't see where it says it on the smaller one, but the larger one says that it's good for 40 years on the outside of your house. Okay, so, and it's got to be the latex, acrylic latex is the one that you want if you're buying this. Anyways, great stuff, been using it for years. So I used this stencil of mine and applied it to the back in the white, and then coated the whole thing with Mod Podge just so I'd have a nice sealant on there. So that's all I did that's all you missed out on my original video. Okay, now we can go back to my regular recordings. Puppies, and they are over here playing and having a blast together. If it gets too raucous, I'll shut them down. So here's my idea. I'm thinking that if I cut these so they're straight on this edge and then come out this way and then change them, I probably should use my paper trimmer thinking if I cut she's so vicious. And if I did the bottom one, then I wouldn't have to cut each of them and try it, because I couldn't get them lined up properly. So my idea is that if I do, oh, you too. My goodness, get it vicious. The one is bigger than the other, and so that's the little one you hear. She gets too rambunctious, she lets her know it. I need another yellow here on the bottom. All right, that thing's driving me nuts. See what happens. What's the best way to do this? Take off of our top pieces. And then put all our rectangles down first. I know I say it all the time, it's my favorite collage paper, but it just really is awesome. Thin and a bit sturdy. I like doing tissue paper too, but for certain applications, but deli paper is the bee's knees. Whatever that means. I don't even know why I said that. But my husband came home and said that the other day, and I go, "Where'd you get that?" And see what we want to do for our next step. All right, everything's dry. I'm just going to quickly cut around the edge on the back side here. I love it so far, and I do want to put some, I don't know, I'm thinking some paint or something around the edges, but I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet. Thinking about it this morning as I was getting ready, what if we did some rough leaves out of tissue paper and then put them here and there? I don't know. I'm going to do a couple of these just to see if this is something we want to do. You could trace these out if you don't feel comfortable with winging it. Have a little blue in all three spots. I kind of dig it. Okay, so let's put these off to the side, kind of in the arrangement, because I know I'm not going to get them back like this. Thinking is getting my leaf where I want it on the page, and then I'm going to kind of go on the inside. Yep. Okay. And then what I could do is Podge today, not matte medium. I like to water down my Mod Podge a little bit so it's very thin and my pages don't stick together. And everything holds nicely for me. these at all. Now let's do a quick coat of Mod Podge all over so that my texture and finish is all the same. Now I'll go in with my 2 baby wipes, wad them up. And just kiss all over my page. Make my texture the same and everything nice and even. Okay, now we dry. This is my favorite Castell Pit Pen. Let's see if this is going to do anything for us. Okay, now I could put some veins in here and things, but I don't think I'm going to this time. I went through my stash and I found these little metallic silver or little shiny silver glittery dots in different colors, and some that I have going here. So I think just for the fun of it, first though, let's our leaf on. I'm going to put a little bit of this. I want it raised, so I'm going to go ahead and put these little 2-sided tape things from the Dollar Tree. I need trouble with these Dollar Tree tapes sticking, not sticking, but I have heard of people that have. So just to be safe, I like to put a little beacon glue on that I know I can always count on the beacon glue. Line it up over my pencil marks. Love it. Now, do I want to, I mean, it's just an art journal page. I kind of want to just to use them up and say I did. And I don't know, these typically don't last that long through the years, so I think I'm going to, or the glue doesn't. With these little bits and bobs I bought for scrapbooking years ago. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and add just a tiny bit of beacon glue to each one to make sure they stay where they're supposed to stay. All right, now I'm going to take my fine liner black pen and just going to go around each one of these a few times. Well, that's my page. I had a blast making it, and I really love how it turned out. I had a lot of fun with the acrylic inks and all. Learned a few things, and I will look forward to working with those again. I hope I gave you some ideas for you to use in your art journal, and I hope you'll join me in my next video. Bye for now.